reason number 5, out of infinity, how I knew that I was being raised by a dark worker who was jealous of me. Spirit, thank you. Um, Honestly, I barely had any birthdays throughout my life, and it wasn't because of not having money. It was because she didn't like me being celebrated. I was literally treated like the child named It. If you ever read that book, it's a beautiful series of books. It's about this guy who's abused. And when he speaks out, no one listens to him until they finally catch them. And then they finally put the parents away. But that's how I was treated. I barely went to the doctor. I literally went to the doctor once. And it wasn't because of them wanting to take me. It was because my aunt, Ivorine at the time, noticed that there was something going on with me down there as a child. And it had only been because of what was happening with me when I was getting molested by my babysitter named Sherry. I used to live in Mount Vernon, and I used to live down the street from this girl. I used to see her play on her bike all the time. And one day I was like, I want to play with her. I want to be like her. And my mom started having her babysit me. Lo and behold, not too long after, she started to sexually assault me. And at that time, my thing was that she gave me attention. She was taking care of me. Like, no one else was doing my hair or being nice to me. So I figured this is what you let people do to you. When my aunt noticed what was going on with me and seeing that something was wrong, she told my parents and was like, you need to take her to the doctor. She took me to the doctor, but they didn't take me to the doctor to get checked for anything like that. They just took me for a regular physical, let me know that I was 86 pounds at 8 years old, that it was normal and I was okay, and to go. Yeah. Nothing else was done after that. Now, I know you're wondering, like, did you say something? I definitely did. But when I spoke up, no one listened to me. They told me, oh, just forget about it. It didn't happen. Oftentimes, a lot of the times, when you're in a spiritual community and you have a dark worker working on you as a parent, you will get met with either being bullied, attacked, or SA'd a lot. Almost like they want you to kill yourself or lose a part of you, lose your light. I recall having one birthday, and that was in kindergarten, if I'm not mistaken. And everyone got invited, and I was so happy. But I wasn't the only one allowed to blow out my candles. They put happy birthday things for my cousins as well, even though their birthday's in January. And mine is like on Halloween. Like, that makes no sense. It made no sense whatsoever. But that's what they did. That's what they did. And I look back at it now, and I'm just sitting here like, why did they do that to me? Why was my birthday taken away from me? But then I had to always think that I was made not to feel important. Like, I wasn't given fresh new clothes. I wasn't treated like a pretty little girl. Like, I wasn't given that. My hair, when my sister was around, she would do my hair look pretty. Shortly soon after, it'd be taken out. I wasn't made to feel like a pretty princess because someone else wanted to be the princess of the house. My dad bought me a red BMW Jeep, one of those. If y'all know that back in the 90s, we had them cars that were hella big. You know what I'm saying? You could sit in it, adult could sit in it, and you could drive that shit. And I had a red BMW. It was like a BMW Jeep. The shit had the open back and everything. And I drive it every single day. I'd be so happy. I'd be so happy because, like I was a kid. Like, I let nothing bring me down. Like, I was that girl. I could let nothing bring me down. No matter how much I got beat up, no matter I got yelled at, I couldn't let anything bring me down. And one day, I recall her standing at the door and watching me ride, and I waved at her, and I was so happy. Not even a week later, she took that and gave it to a boy and said, oh, you don't need it. And I'm thinking to myself, why not? And she's like, well, they don't have any toys, so, they can have it. You don't have any. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't have any toys either, but you know what? It's okay, since they don't have anything. The goodness in my heart, it didn't matter. Because as long as someone else was being happy, then I was happy too. And that killed her. So then my father decided to get me a dog. Her name was Bimmer. It was a German Shepherd mixed with a Husky. I'll never forget her. Her name was Bimmer. Because who got the keys to my Bimmer? That's like the only thing I kept thinking. So her name was Bimmer. And Bimmer was very protective over me. As any German Shepherd mixed with a Husky would be. She was vicious. And anytime my mother would beat me, she would try to bite at her leg or bark at her. So one day coming back from school, she was sitting there and Bimmer was hurt. And I was like, what happened? What's wrong with Bimmer? Oh, Bimmer ran up the street and she got hit by someone and they hit her. And I'm thinking to myself, looking at her injuries, why is it only her leg and her butt? And it didn't look like she got hit because it wasn't her legs was broken. It's like there was cuts in her. Almost like a chunk was taken out of her. Not only just by her leg, by her butt. After that, anytime my mother did anything to me, my dog would go in the corner and cry. Cry. And I'd be sitting there like, what's going on? But as a child, your escapes can only think but so far. And with her doing what she did, not many people like to speak out against her. Whenever I would call for help from someone, even if my brother would call for help for himself, because he was abused too, we all were, they would never listen to us. They would never believe us. They would never hear what we're saying. They would never acknowledge it. Either because it was too far-fetched for them to comprehend, because she portrayed this woman who's always smiling and, oh, I'm a nurse practitioner, I help people. Or they would be too afraid because they knew. A lot of people oftentimes go through these things. A lot of us actually have been surrounded by people who are dark workers. And whenever we speak out, we are then met with some type of repercussion because we aren't supposed to speak out. But I want you to know is this. No matter how much they try to take away from you, whenever I would speak out, I'd lose money. I'd lose jobs. I'd lose friends. I'd lose homes. I'd be outside. But I'd keep talking. I would just keep talking because no matter what, no matter how much they try to make you seem crazy, because that's their goal, to make you seem crazy, for people to start thinking that you're crazy, that you're lying, to place themselves in a wonderful light and to make you look like the problem, when really you're not the problem. See, oftentimes a lot of us will get met with so much adversity just for speaking out. So much to the point so that we be looked down upon almost as though we got some type of plague. And little do those people know, we're the victim. We are the victim. We're the one being abused here. We're the one being hurt here. I want y'all to know now, whether you went through it and you've been annexed and you became the black sheep and you just separated yourself and you thriving, but you're still trying to heal, or you're even in that space right now, they will not win when you take power of your light. When you stand up and you say no more. You stand up and you say no more. Now, granted, there's going to be times where you'll be met probably with violence. I stood up and finally said no more. And she picked up a vase and tried to hit me in the head with it, Chunny. Each time I tried to stand up for myself, she attempted to try to beat me up because she was bigger than me. I kept standing up for myself. Because ain't nothing a man can do to you. Ain't nothing nobody can do to you that's going to put out your light. Literally. Not even death. Death is something that people use to scare people. But little do they realize that death is just a transcendence to a whole nother world, a whole nother life, a whole nother being. So you keep living the best you. Keep being the best you. Keep showing your light. Keep shining. And if you are a child in these situations right now, if you're at home and you're dealing with this, there's not only am I here to say there's ways to protect yourself and defeat them, but I also want to invite you to my Spiritual Reset Academy. The link is in the bio. Now, this ain't me doing no commercial or dropping no nothing. But this is just me saying you can heal yourself. You can learn how to protect yourself. You will be able to protect yourself. You are light and you are law. And can't nobody stand in the way of that. Period. Like Spirit said, can't nobody step in the way of that. No matter what they want to do, no matter how they try to put you out, they can't. I hope this resonated with y'all. And if it didn't, it's not always supposed to. It's for those who it's supposed to be for. I want you to know I love y'all. Always. Feel the heart.